Welcome, friends. Welcome, listeners. Welcome to Voice of Democracy, Arizona, 1100 AM KFNX. We have Farzan and Anisa. So I'm going to go to Farzan first. Let me ask you a question, because I know that several decades ago, Iran was a very progressive country. Its citizens were very well off and had individual freedoms. But does that still exist?
Well, first of all, I want to kick off with thank you for this, opportunity, to be here and talk to you and your audiences. More than anything, I consider myself an activist. And, when you talk about Iran and what happened, Iran has a very long history. The very first Declaration of Human Rights, also known as Cyrus Cylinder, was in 539 BCE. Cyrus basically invaded the Babylonian empire and freed the Jews, and then gave them their land, now known as Israel, and ordered to build the temple in Jerusalem. So, and now if you look at today's Iran, as you said, it's a dictatorship. So it's unfortunate that with this long history, now it looks like we are even going way back.
And I happen to know that it's true, and I happen to know about the history going way back to when, at that time, the Persians freed the Jews to return back to their homeland. And there was religious tolerance. There was every kind of freedom you could possibly want. And Anisa, I'd like to hear from you also, because I love your T-shirt. And Women, Life, Freedom. Okay, excellent. Okay, so tell me your story.
Thank you. I do want to start off saying thanks for your time and allowing us to share our voice in your radio station. Just like how Farzan explained as well, when we look into that history, we talk about freedom, and I'm a first generational student, and I lived in the United States my whole life. So I can speak the language, but I can't read or write. And that really breaks my heart, because, I can only hear stories of Iran and the history about it, but I can't go there to really experience it, because, not only because I'm, a woman and I don't have that democracy there, but also because there's a lot of limitations. When everyone is talking about liberty, well, I'm like, what about liberty, in the Middle East? And I think that it's really important to educate ourselves and really acknowledge ourselves around the world, what is happening, what is happening in Iran, what is happening in other places, to really understand, the importance of democracy. So.
Absolutely. What are the average individuals, especially average women, allowed or not allowed to do? So let's go to Anisa first and tell us what it's like.
In Iran, there is segregation between women and men. Children up to the age of 7, they are forced to wear hijabs, they have dress codes, there's segregations in schools, so it's not like in the US where a boy and a girl can sit in the same classrooms. I'm not saying that women, they only target women, they also target men. But specifically upon women, a woman cannot choose, where she wants to work. To be specific, a woman is half of a man. So to be equal to a man, I would need another woman to sit near me so that her voice could be as equal to Farzan's.
Okay. Farzan, what I would like to know is, do you guys get to vote? And does your vote matter?
Yes, we do get to vote. So if you are in Iran, they have elections every 4 years, presidential elections. They have elections, but they are like sham elections. The supreme leader decides who gets elected to be the next president. Yes, you go and you vote, but your vote doesn't matter. In the constitution of Iran, there are 4 religions. that name that are like official religions. That is Islam, Christianity, Judaism, and Zoroastrian. So for example, I'm not Muslim, I'm a Baha'i. I do not have equal rights. I don't have any rights. For example, I could not attend a university. I cannot pursue a higher education. And that's why I left my fatherland to come to the US as a refugee in order to attend a school. How crazy is that? Another thing, you talked about freedom. There was a Taylor Swift concert here in Phoenix at the beginning of the year. Guess what? Taylor Swift is illegal in Iran.
Yeah.
And then if you are women, they are going to double down on you. It's a patriarchy, and then it's a dictatorship. So it makes it even worse to be a woman in Iran and thrive.
Is there anything that we can do on the political front here to assist you in your fight for liberty?
Yes, absolutely. So I want to bring up Mahsa Act. That is HR 589. Currently has more than 128 co-sponsors, 68 Republicans and 60 Democrats. A truly non-partisan effort. And then last month, Senator Marco Rubio and Senator Padilla, one Republican, one Democrat, submitted a companion bill, Senate S-2626. So this is the bill who is targeting the supreme leader of Iran and his office and anyone who works for them. So my ask is to call your representative, call your senators, and ask them to co-sponsor S-2626. Chairman McCall, chairman of House Foreign Affairs Committee, his office is 202-225-2405. If you want to call House Foreign Affairs Committee directly, call 202-226-8467.
Is there something at ASU, that an association or something that people can get in touch with?
I love that question. So Farzan and I, we are members of Arizona for Free Iran. It's a non-profit organization that we just started building. It's from local Iranians, so it's a mix of university students and non-students. We do protests, we do community services. We try to advocate their voices and educate what's going on in Iran. We're planning on doing something in September. There's a lot we need to work on, but we still have to have hopes, and I feel like one of the things we can do is, again, educate ourselves, acknowledge ourselves, what's going on around us, and support people, outside of our culture, get to know their cultures, talk to them. I think that's a great step forward.
That sound means that our segment is over, but I will be inviting you back in the future.
Great,
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.